In this video, I'm going to show you some extra features here in Team Drive. So I'm in a single Team Drive. This one's called OCTC. You can see it has 3 members, and there's an option here where I can add members. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a look at the drop-down options. So for any Team Drive, there's this little arrow next to the name. If you click on it, there's a whole bunch of other options under here that a lot of people don't even bother to look at. So the first thing you can see is there's a place where you can add members. You could do the same thing by clicking on add members here, but it's just another place here where you can click and you can add members. It's the same screen. There's an option to manage members. What manage members lets you do is change what their permission would be, or you could add members there as well if you wanted to. Email members, that's kind of handy. You can go in there and if you select it, it'll actually bring up a box where any person who's a member of that group can get an email message. So if you're trying to quickly get a hold of everyone that's part of a Team Drive, that's one way you can do it. I'm going to go here to Team Drive settings, okay, the little gear. The gears kind of become synonymous throughout all of Google with the settings. In this case, it's settings only for this one Team Drive. So you can see here the things you can do is determine whether people outside of your organization can have access to your files. That's handy if you have someone who, let's say, from a visiting SU or from a company who's going to be doing some work with you. You can make sure that you can click on that and make sure that those individual people outside of Oxu can have access. You can also determine if you're going to share with non-members. A non-member would be someone who's not a member of this Team Drive. So maybe there's a file, a single file in this that you want someone outside of the Team Drive to be able to access. You could share that single file if you go in and state that yes, people outside of the team can have access. And the last option is you can download, copy, and print. That's for commenters and viewers to give them access to do that. So you can turn that on or off. You'll also notice here there's a learn more. On a lot of these screens there is a learn more. A lot of people don't bother to click and see what that will bring them, but Google actually does a pretty good job about giving you lots and lots of information about their features if you're willing to take the time to take that click. So the other options you have here is change theme. So my default theme for this Team Drive is this kind of banner theme. But if you don't want that, you could pick from the gallery, or if you want to go in, you could create a custom theme. The gallery would just kind of give you all these kind of preset themes that you could pick from. You can rename it. So if this Team Drive isn't named quite right, you can go in and rename it from there. You can search within a specific Team Drive. That's kind of handy because you can see it even gives you right here, it's narrowing to that one Team Drive. So if I then go up to my search drive and start typing in certain names or dates or whatever, it will find that within those documents just for this Team Drive. So just a good way to narrow your search down if you're really looking for something. View trash. If you go to view trash, it'll search or look at the trash just for this one Team Drive. So it's a little bit different from just going to the main trash, which will show you all your files. And then the last option here would be to delete the Team Drive. If you're going to delete a Team Drive, you can see here, if I even hover over, it says Team Drives must be empty to delete it, which is kind of nice. You know, if you're the person who has access to delete it, you won't accidentally delete it if it's filled with stuff. It's kind of the collaborative process. So a few other things I want to show you. Quick access. Here shows you some of the things that have been viewed recently within like the last month. A lot of people don't take the time to look at that. Over here, this will change your view. So if you prefer to work in a grid view, you can. And the last option is the details. The details will show you things like activity that's been done in your Team Drive, details about it, who made it, when it was made, who the members are. So if you're just kind of trying to keep track of what's going on in your team drive, this could be handy. And it kind of narrows, like here you see I went into this 1617 folder, and you can see that I can even narrow down the activity just for that one folder. So hopefully that makes you a little more team drive savvy and can save you some time down the line.